Hi, welcome back and thanks for joining me. I'm going to make a super easy, simple chocolate nut bark. We all need a sweet treat every now and then, especially during kind of stressful times. And this is so easy and it's one of my favorite things. And again, I'm going to use my favorite chocolate bar from Trader Joe's. It's 72% dark chocolate. So all I'm going to do is break this up and chop it up. I have 5 different kinds of raw nuts here. I have walnuts, I have cashews, those are raw, I have pecans, hazelnuts, and almonds. So all I'm going to do is chop up my chocolate. If I can get this open. And you don't need that much. I'm going to do two rows of chocolate. So I kind of start from the edge and then I kind of turn it around until I get to that little pointy part again. And just chop it up and then put it in a little glass bowl because I'm going to do it in the microwave. It's quick and easy. The smaller the chunks you make, the quicker it is to melt. So I'm going to get these as small as I can. It's okay if you're going to make a mess, you can just clean up the crumbs later. This is one of the best deals at Trader Joe's to get. It's so versatile. This is what I use to make my peanut butter cups, my nut butter cups, same chocolate. This is even easier. All I'm doing is just chopping it. Okay, so I kind of made a mess, but that's all right. And then I'm just going to chop up the nuts and mix them all together in this bowl. And you can chop them as fine as you want. You can use one of those nut choppers or put it in a little food processor. Just pulse it because you don't want them to get ground up into nothing. You want them a little bit on the chunky side. So I'm going to finish chopping up all these nuts and then melt the chocolate, and then we'll be all set to go. So I have a sheet pan ready here. I have a Silpat silicone baking liner, which I'm going to use. You can use parchment paper, you can use wax paper. I'm just using this because it just it's more eco-friendly, and I'm just not going to waste parchment or wax paper. So I'm just going to use this. It's super easy to clean up. It just wipes clean with soap and water, and that's it. And if you don't have one of these, just use the wax paper or the parchment paper. So I'm going to finish chopping up all these nuts, and I'll see you in a bit. So here I have my chocolate melted. So what I did was I put it in the microwave for 30 seconds, and then I stirred it up to see how much it was melted. It was about halfway melted. So I put it on for another 20 seconds. And then after I took it out, I stirred it, and there were still some lumps, but I kept stirring because the heat of the chocolate will melt the rest of the little chunks of chocolate. You don't want to put it in the microwave for a long time because it's going to burn your chocolate and then you have to throw it out. So just 30 seconds the first time, 20 seconds the second time. And just mix it around. It took about probably 30 to 45 seconds of stirring it to get everything to melt. If you need a little bit more time, then just put it in for maybe 5 to 7 seconds at a time and keep stirring until it's all melted. Here are my nuts. I chopped them all and I mixed them all together. I'm actually going to put raisins in there because I love chocolate covered raisins. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to put the whole bowl of chocolate on this sheet pan. I probably should have brought a spatula, but I didn't. That's all right. So I have the chocolate on here, and I'm just going to spread it around. That's it. This is so easy and so good, and bark, you know, is so expensive. You can make it yourself. Use whatever nuts you have. If you don't like some nuts, you don't like pecans, don't use them. If you have macadamia nuts, use those. Whatever you have, use them. So I have my sort of rectangle. It's my organic shape. And I'm going to sprinkle on the nuts on top of the chocolate, all over. And I may have some left over, but that's all right. I'll use it for something else. So I want to cover all the chocolate, every corner, every inch. It will fall off, that's okay. All the nuts that fall off, I keep in a separate container, and I just use it again next time when I make more. So I think that's enough nuts. I'm going to put my raisins on, sprinkle those kind of all around. Chocolate covered raisins are so good. Tuck them in there, and then I kind of just press it down lightly so they kind of like set into the chocolate. So I press it down, and then I throw it in the freezer until it's frozen. It takes maybe 10 minutes. That's about it. And then I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. So here we are. I just took it out of the freezer, and this is what it looks like. It's just like a rectangle of chocolate with chopped nuts and raisins. So it peels right off of this silicone baking mat. So breaks really easy. Just break it up. That's all you do. Break it up into pieces, however big, small you want. I'm putting it in a container. You're gonna have all these little pieces of nuts that fall off. That's fine. Throw them in the container as well. Just use that next time when you eat all your chocolate. And then you don't have to chop the nuts. You can make a little bit of a smaller batch, but then use up whatever falls off. And that's it. It's super easy. It's so good. Quick and easy treat. Keep it in the freezer. Just grab a little chunk every now and then. And it satisfies your sweet tooth. It's healthier with the dark chocolate. Get a good quality dark chocolate. I like to use the Trader Joe's 1 pounder, or pounder plus, actually. And the darker the better. This is a 72%. Your favorite nuts, chop those up. Dried fruit, raisins, currants, cranberries, dried pineapple, dried ginger, a candied ginger, whatever you want. Whatever your favorite things are, put it on top, press it down a little bit, throw it in the freezer for about 10 minutes, take it out, break it up, put it in a container, and you're good to go, and you can have a healthy chocolate treat whenever you want in the freezer, ready to go. Thank you.